Okay, let's watch this.
All the people at home are wondering one thing right now.
Yeah.
Do you know about the heavies?
This video got 3.7 million views. It's like pretty funny because, okay, first of all, it's a pretty funny thing to be like, to believe all this shit because like, it's not like people can't go to North Korea. I have housed 2 Australian freaks in this home that have quite literally went there. They went to North Korea to get a fucking haircut. That video, as a matter of fact, was like literally about people like Yeonmi Park and the people who believe people like Yeonmi Park. kime havlıyor? Yapma ya. Korktu mu?
Today we are joined by an app.
I'm not gonna watch all 3 hours. I just want to see some of the best ones. Okay. I want to see some of the best parts. Okay. Andrew squirming while explaining the heavies. I don't care about that. Eating bugs and rats.
Now, I would like to kind of go over some of your life story for the people that aren't familiar with you.
Yeah.
Is that cool?
Yeah, totally.
Okay, so you grew up in Calabasas, right?
Next to the Kardashians.
Yeah, next to the Kardashians.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. That I did not know. Okay.
Yeah.
Yo, men are so trash, dog. Straight up. Like, for real. On God. Doesn't matter. We are trash. Like, she has done more anti-North Korean propaganda in the most unhinged ways than like the entire Western media apparatus has over the course of many, many years. I am going to be anti-materialist on this, okay? I'm sorry, but you get like fucking Botox and breast augmentation and you pop off, okay? Libertarians will literally believe anything you tell them, okay? She just like, that's it. They're like, what? North Koreans eat rats? Oh my God. Oh my God, totally, dude. They're definitely always eating rats. 100%. It's not, she has done more than the entire media apparatus, okay?
No. So you're born in North Korea.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes.
That's kind of wild. What was the city that you were born in?
Hasan.
Hasan.
It's a northern part of North Korea.
Northern part of North Korea.
Are you going there on the next tour?
No, I don't think that they don't do comedy shows there, do you?
So I think that's the thing, like in North Korea, I knew about comedy, but in comedy, they have to glorify the dictators, like the leaders in their comedy.
You can do that.
Yeah.
So I was like so shocked in America, people can make fun of everything.
Yeah.
Or themselves or anything.
Yeah.
So
Some people's entire act is making fun of leaders.
Yeah.
That's all they do is make fun of
Well,
them.
there's a dinner that they have every year where you make fun of the president.
And the president is there.
And the president has to be there and then get made fun of in front of everybody in the
They don't
world.
get executed.
No execution. Yeah. Crazy,
What a
right?
question, dude.
Yeah.
Wow.
She's faking it, dude. Come on. Wow. No, the people don't get executed for making fun of the president? Wow. Oh, that's not what it's like in North Korea. Bro, this is literally me at basketball camp, coming from fucking Turkey, and the dudes at basketball camp, all the cool kids being like, oh, damn, Turkey's the real hood. They blow up bombs and shit like it was fucking Baghdad, and me going, maybe it is like that. Yeah, I am. Like, me taking fucking stolen valor of, like, war-torn fucking Fallujah because, like, it just, it just upped my street cred at fucking basketball camp, okay? Yeah. Wow. Except I wasn't a fucking full-fledged adult. I was, like, 13, okay? That's so dumb. Fucked up for that? Okay, cancel me for when I was fucking 13. Suck my dick, okay?
Some people say the reason Donald Trump ran for president is because he was made fun of at that dinner before he was president. And everybody was laughing at him, and he just said, all right, fuck it. I'm going to show you how easy this is.
So is this a conspiracy theory or real?
What is real? Do you know what I mean? What is real anymore? Okay, so you grow up there, okay? And your life is incredibly difficult growing up there. I mean, even accessing food is incredibly...
She has been in the U.S. nearly as long as you, Lamau. She moved here in 2009. Wait, what? That's when I moved here. What the fuck? To be fair, Andrew was this receptive to me too, and I got them titties too. So I think Andrew, at least Andrew is like consistent with when faced with like heavies, he has the same perspective no matter what. Like I told him I danced on the fucking rooftops in New Jersey on 9/11 and he believed it. You know what I mean?
hard, right? You had to eat
grasshoppers, dragonflies.
He's literally feeding her, dude. Yeah, come on. Oh my God, hello. Sorry, Kai is like
butterflies,
dragonflies.
Butterfly sounds kind of nice.
Butterflies is
It
okay.
actually sounds beautiful when you say it like that.
What's your favorite insect? Like if you had to rank them.
Grasshoppers.
Grasshoppers, right? Yeah.
They are very chunky meat. I mean, dragonflies is not much to eat.
Not much there, right? Harder to catch too.
You know, we use a spider web, so we make a little bit round wire, and we go through a lot of spider webs. So we mix a lot of nets, and then we catch them. Like it's easy.
With spider web?
Yeah.
Wow.
So August is the dragonfly season, so we catch
So everybody's
everywhere.
eating good in August.
So you're like bears. You eat in August and then you just starve for the next months of the year.
It's funny enough, that's why we call spring is a season of death.
Wait, really?
Because in spring, a lot of plants don't grow. It's not quite the time, you know, like this right now. February, March is the hardest.
Did she steal that off of Shrek? Bro, it's always so funny. It's always so funny because, like, she will be like, yeah, we make a grasshopper trap through, spider webs. And that's why we call, and that's why we advocate for the genocide of the West. Like, or that's how genocide happens in North Korea. It's like she literally sucks the life out of the conversation and immediately brings it back to like some insane shit.
Yes.
From April, there's a hope. We can find some bud or like food to find.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now you also told that story on Rogan about eating the rats.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then you saw even kids eating rats.
Yeah.
And then the rats eating the kids.
Once
also.
they died, yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, unbelievable.
Yeah. Yeah, dog. Unbelievable. Because it is. Oh, dude. Wait, unbelievable. You're telling me kids eat the rats and then the rats eat the kids? Unbelievable. Yeah, because it's made up.
Common occurrence to eat the rats, or this is like, was there a month?
What's unbelievable is like this to me right now.
This is unbelievable.
Yeah, it's like in North Korea, like I couldn't fathom how can you not worrying about finding food.
Yeah.
You know, that was just daily life for us.
Yeah.
And like I had no clue a word like this existed.
Yes.
And their problem was just having too much food.
Yes.
Yeah.
That is the problem.
That's his problem. He has a big problem with that.
Yeah, I have certain things I just don't want to eat because I don't want to get so fat.
That's what Americans were teaching me when I came to America. They said you need to watch out the food label. And don't eat raw.
Bro, she literally has like made herself deliberately into the racist depiction of like the heavily orientalized racist depiction of like small Asian woman shocked by scary big American man that you see in like fucking Family Guy. Like what's that bit from Family Guy? Like she literally is doing that. Okay? 100%.
Twice. I was like,
Did they
that's
tell you
what
that right away? Because right away you probably needed the food there. It's
In
kind of
South
an asshole
Korea.
thing to do. You've been starving your whole life, and they're like, well, don't eat too much.
Yeah, well,
In South Korea, they did feed us. So we had a nutritionist within government, so they would like feed us.
Yeah.
Initially, we cannot digest normal food like normal people.
Wow.
I mean, like the Holocaust survivors, you cannot give them steak.
Yeah.
Their stomach cannot process all that fat
Right.
and salt like that. So you need to start with like little
the fuck?
Dad, what's wrong with you?
Oh. Şu anda çağırıyorum. Ne oldu? She's right. There's some kind of shock from overfeeding starving people. Yeah, I don't think the steak is overfeeding starving people. Hangi terminal ne?
A bit of like a water and some salt, and then increase the
Yeah.
fat in the food.
Yeah, I was listening to that podcast. You said that your first meal when you were in South Korea was eggs. That was the
Yeah.
wildest thing that you could dream up
Yeah,
of.
boiled eggs.
Yeah, but I do need to know because I grew up in New York City, and there are tons of rats in New York City.
Yep.
Now, you also moved here. You went to school here.
Yep.
Were there ever times where you saw rats and you were like, run it back one time? Did you think about that at all? Just because it's old habit, you know what I mean? It's like,
So I got intimidated by American rats because they were so much bigger than North Korean rats. So even the
Because they get more food.
Yeah. Even the rats are fat here. Even the rats are obese.
like size of like rabbit.
yeah.
My mom and
You
I
could feed a
was
family.
Yeah, we're like my mom and I was like in the subway. We're like, is that a rat? It's like it's a bunny almost.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
The different size of rats. North
For
Korean
sure.
rats like maximum is like this big.
Oh, wow.
Very small. They're
like
it
mice.
just-
Very small.
They cannot grow because we catch them before they become big too.
Yeah. Is there a way to prepare it? Like, is there like a dish? Like, I mean this honestly. Like, is there a
Yeah.
way that you? What is the best rat dish?
So rat dish is depends. Like if the people have a lot of TB, tuberculosis, right?
Right.
I mean, I had and my sister, everybody in North
Everybody
Korea,
gets TB.
from malnutrition.
Right.
So in that case, we need to boil it. So we skin it and then get the intestines out.
No.
And then we boil it and then until the bones become.
What's wrong?
I'm just imagining cooking those rats is crazy.
She's not trolling them. This is like her book, dog. That's what she talks about. This is the entire fucking thing about her grift. Like, do I believe that people in North Korea sometimes eat rats? Sure, certainly. Many people in poverty-stricken areas are, that are subjected to the horrifying conditions that they are subjected to as a consequence of Western imperialist forces eviscerating their fucking country, sometimes do shit like that for survival. I do believe it. Okay? So not everything she says is like completely patently false. I don't know how she like actually, got over her tuberculosis though.
Keep going. Yeah. Wait, what are you doing?
It's a delicacy, no?
It's a delicacy, yeah.
Are there any things you miss? Like, do you miss the grasshoppers, or like, would you consume any of that stuff now?
Oh, hell no.
You didn't have to eat it anymore, but we're just saying.
Yeah.
No, maybe you miss it. Like,
No, nothing about that food I miss.
Okay.
I think now in America they keep saying how we need to eat insects to save the planet. Like, no way. I'm joking, you know?
No.
It's like I would not want to go back.
Yeah.
So
There is a restaurant, I'm pretty sure, in Midtown that does like insects.
There's
like,
protein bars with crickets in them.
it's like a
Cricket
Peruvian
protein bars.
restaurant where like they'll do like ant rice, and so it's rice with ants in it.
Yeah.
Oh my
But there's a
God.
lot of places in the world that will eat like grasshoppers or chocolate-covered crickets or something like
Yeah,
that.
chocolate covered.
Yeah,
That's the point.
That's what you guys need. Yo, you're right. Chocolate's doing the heavy lifting.
Yeah. Why do you guys do chocolate? You should have just gotten some chocolate and
Yo,
dipped it
if
in.
you want to send aid to North Korea,
dude.
just ship them some Cadberries.
That's
Yeah,
exactly all
exactly.
you need. Yeah. Okay. So the rats, that was pretty much it. Sometimes you do it. You said sometimes you do it
Snakes.
boiled. Snakes, but snakes is common. There are people that eat snakes. But the rats is just the most wild thing.
Yeah, I think-
wow. Yeah. I think to us, because we're so used to like trying to get rid of them. Also like Western people have this huge fear of rats because it killed like a third of the human population.
Okay.
Have you heard of like the Black Plague or the bubonic
of
plague?
course, in Europe,
So,
yeah.
so there's probably like this little concern.
I think to this day that shocks me is like what I remember eating cockroach.
Yes.
I think that I'm sure like nobody wants to like date me right now.
But you're engaged though. You already.
But cockroach we eat as a snack. And it's like with my friends, like they're boys, they are faster, cockroaches are faster, so they catch it.
Yeah.
And then they show me how to eat it. If you flip their tummy, there's inside, like it looks like a little grain in it. Looks like a brown rice grain. So that's the most like delicious part in cockroach.
Oh,
Really?
You got to do a
Yeah.
cooking show. This would be an awesome. Yeah, you could be on the Food Network.
Okay. This is boring.
So 13 years old, you find a way to basically escape to China, right?
yeah.
And you and your mother go.
Yeah.
Okay. You escape to China. How? By crossing a frozen river?
Yeah.
And what? It was so cold that the guards are down. Like, what is this? What is this situation? How do people stop the illegal immigration?
So they're like every 10 meters, guards with machine guns. And now after Kim Jong-un came, he buried the landmines and then put the electrified wire fences. And then facial recognition cameras from China put on the border. So now escaping from North Korea became impossible.
But you were before this, right?
I was right before that. It was still though like with the machine guns and guards every 10 meters.
And they just didn't see you because it was dark?
No, the lady was helping me, she was a broker. So she bribed.
Bro, she came here at 13. She came to America when she was like, what, 13, 14? Been here for like fucking more than 10 years. Her accent is a little too thick, in my opinion. Like, she has to be hamming it on. Like, it is shocking. Like, I get it. Like, still maintaining some level of accent is fine. I obviously am very different than the average person that comes here. Like, I obviously am different than the average person that comes here in the sense that, like, I learned English at a very early age. She came to South Korea first and then the U.S. in 2014. She came to the United States in 2014. I mean, I guess that's a little bit more reasonable then.
The guards. That's why I didn't get shot.
Okay, so she bribes the guards, and then you and your mother get across, and then immediately after getting across,
Still
your
9
mother's
years. Like,
sold.
that's crazy.
You told this story on Rogan.
Yeah, so,
Okay.
yeah.
Now, I need to ask something. You were telling the story, and you said in the story, I need to know if you were just using this as like vernacular, like
9 years, it makes sense though, especially if you learn English at an older age. 9 years, it makes sense. If you learn English at an older age, that makes sense. I thought she came here when she was like literally fucking 13. If you came here when you're 13 and you've been here for like 20 fucking years, then it's like wild. My grandmother came to England when she was 30 and still had her accent at 77. Some people's accents don't change. Not trying to debate or anything. No, it depends. My friend, it is entirely dependent on what age you came to America and what age you learned English. That's it. That's it. My mistake. I thought she came to America when she was 13. That's why I was saying like that's wild. Yeah. If she came to America in the 20s, it makes sense that she has an accent. If she came to America when she was 9, that doesn't make sense. But that's it. Now, obviously, there's like differences in experiences. What are you doing? There's differences in experiences for people. Like, anyway,
we use it, or this is true. You said that your mother was sold to mentally retarded farmers.
As a sex slave.
No.
Yeah.
Okay. Your mother was sold to mentally retarded farmers, right? Now, were you saying that in terms of like we say, oh, they're mentally retarded, like people that are stupid, or they were actually they were mentally ill people, like that?
Yeah.
They were
Actually can't function. They cannot put their pants on. Like, they like limp, like actual physically sick, and in their head also sick people.
And they worked as farmers, or they owned a farm or something like that?
So they, my mom was sold several times. So one time she was sold to this family, and of course the son couldn't function. He was very disabled, but the parents and they had a farm. It was like I think.
I don't understand. Is this true or is it? Or I don't know if this is true or not. But like, I don't really understand why this would be happening. Like, why are there like somehow just a flock of like farmers with like mental disabilities, and also like how do they have like the financial viability of like purchasing sex slaves? Why do they need sex slaves? Like I don't understand what, like, it could be real. I don't really know. Like, but what would be the purpose of all this? How does she know about all this? She was still a child. I don't know. Maybe she like remembers it. I don't fucking know. Language acquisition is really decent before 12 years old, as many studies point out. Yeah, that's why I was saying, like, I thought she came here at 9. That's why.
Private. China privatized after Deng Xiaoping came.
Right.
So they had their own farm.
Holy shit.
Family work.
So she's immediately sold there. You also sold.
So immediately she was raped.
Oh my God.
And then they brought us together and then negotiating our price. And then they realized my mom was older, so they sold for like $65 for her. And then I was a child virgin. I was 13 and virgin. So they decided to sell me over $20.
Oh my God.
So sold me separately to a different broker.
Oh my God. And this is all part of the person that was transporting you. She knew when she was transporting you that this would immediately happen on the other side.
Yeah.
So this is the cost of getting out.
But the craziest thing is that I'm not hating her, is because she sold her children the same way.
Oh my God.
If I was not get sold into China, you would not see me because I've been dead.
100%.
In 2007, yeah.
Wow.
You would not see me today.
So
oh my God.
the only way you could survive is being sold as a sex slave.
Yeah.
Wow.
And she got executed for that after a few years later.
Somebody told her, or?
The authority caught her, and then they executed her.
Wow. And when they execute her, they also arrest 8 generations of her family?
3 generations to up to 8 generations.
Between 3 and 8?
Yeah.
Oh my God. Now, I know that your father was arrested earlier. And when he was arrested, did other people also get arrested with him?
So there is 2 types of crime in North Korea called political crime and economic crime. So political crime is where what you do, you make fun of the president.
Yeah.
That kills 8 generations
That's
of
a
your
bigger
life.
deal.
8 generations.
It's like literally one guy, the top official, escaped. More than 30,000 people
I
got
saw you say that.
sent to prison camp. They did not even know they were related to that guy because they're so far out from in-laws of the in-laws.
What is she say? 8 generations? 30,000 people? Okay, this is what I mean. Like, is there sex trafficking happening with like refugees? 100%. So like that part of the story is kind of believable. I don't know to what extent. But then 8 generations, what do you mean? Like, so what? Like someone is 350 years old in fucking North Korea and they have been arrested because of their grandson, like their great grandson? Like, what the fuck does that mean? Like, what's happening in North Korea? Are they living till they're 400 years old? Why does one man have 8 generations, including like 30,000 people? How? How does no one do the math quickly and go, 8 generations? What the fuck do you mean? It's like the same principle behind in North Korea, they don't fucking have trains. They actually have to use humans to pull the trains. You're like, what?
In-laws and in-laws, right?
One guy.
Yeah.
And it was for being critical of the president or
criticized.
the
He
supreme leader?
escaped to South Korea and then criticized the regime.
So he criticized the regime over there, and then they just scooped up his entire family, 35,000 people that were related to him, and that's how they sent the message. Now, those people, they go to, you said there are 3 different...
35,000 people related to him? What the fuck are you saying, dude? What? Dude, you hear the words coming out of your mouth. Your ears are capable of hearing it. Your brain is capable of processing this information. How? What? Like, what was it? This guy was a real dynamo, dude. He was just fucking. This guy was the Genghis Khan of North Korea, dude.
Different types of prisons
camps,
there.
yeah.
There's the concentration camp,
And then labor camp.
and then one
Re-education camp.
the re-education camp.
Re-education camp is a bit less than 2 years sentence.
Gotcha.
Prison camp is where my father sent over 10-year sentence. Political prison camp is a lifetime sentence, but when you go to political prison camp, you don't last more than 3 months. It's like Nazi Germany's, gas chamber. They work you to death. They ask you to clean the debris of nuclear weapon, those testing sites. That's why
So
they
you
need.
get all the cancer, you get...
Of course.
Oh,
and they need all these people to keep testing nuclear weapons and then clean those debris afterwards.
Oh, my God.
So you've been so outspoken. Did they go after your family?
That's what I was gonna ask.
They did. They first put me on their killing list.
Yeah.
And I was informed by South Korean intelligence. And then they put all my families from mom, both sides, and denounced me as the...
I think it's going back 8 generations and taking the descendants of those people, which is even more insane. 30,000 people for one crime would only take 865 crimes to jail the entire population of North Korea. Yeah, except if you ask her, she's going to be like, yeah, in North Korea, everyone is in jail, actually. Everyone is in jail and cleaning up the nuclear debris from their very successful nuclear launch programs. They've enriched a lot of uranium. Hey, Kaya. Oh my God. Oh my God. She is so used to living in the lap of luxury. It's not even a joke anymore. Like 3 seconds in the pen and she's like, no, get me out right now. Kaya. Oh my God. Anne. I'm letting her out. You guys have spoiled her. I'm letting her out. You guys have spoiled her too much. She wants kin punishment in North Korea, under which tree the 8 generations of political offenders' family can be summarily imprisoned. What? That's literally from Wikipedia. You can look up most of the stuff. Most isn't ridiculous and is spoken about by other people. Oh my God. My friend. I'm making fun of all of the fucking news media that says this shit as well. Like, you're talking about a mathematical impossibility. It doesn't matter if it says it's on Wikipedia and like Radio Free Asia is like writing about it. 8 generations doesn't equal 30,000 people, and 8 generations is not like around surviving at the same fucking time. What? Wait, are you defending North Korea? No, I don't want to live in North Korea. I think North Korea is like a pretty fucking shitty place to live. And I do think that North Korea absolutely has an authoritarian form of governance. Okay? But that doesn't mean I'm going to fucking forget about math if we're going to have this conversation. 8 generations up and down, parents and kids. No, that doesn't make 8 generations. Like, grandparents doesn't turn into 8 generations. Like, grandpa, mother, child, that's 4 generations. Or that's 3 generations, not even 4. And maybe your fucking children of your children. 8 generations is like 200 fucking years, man. Eight generations outward, not downward? What do you mean outward, not downward? Oh my God. Modern examples of North Korea of kin punishment, under which 3 to 8 generations of a political offender's family can be summarily imprisoned or executed. Such punishment is the base of the Internal Workers' Party protocols. Like, do I think your children can get punished if you run away? 100%. Do I think your parents can get punished if you run away? 100%. There aren't 8 generations to punish. Eight generations isn't cousin, second cousin, third cousin, fourth cousin, fifth cousin. Like, up to 3 totally makes sense. Why don't you just say that? My point is, like, when you say up to 8 fucking generations, I'm like, what are you saying? Like, that's not how generations work. Click the citation. It's going to be from some, like, Here, let's track this. Let's trace this. Okay, clicked on the citation. It's from Hawk David, the Hidden Gulag. Reports from David Hawk, a report from the Committee for Human Rights in North Korea. Let's see what the Committee for Human Rights in North Korea is. Let's see if I can trace this like one generation. How many generations removed is this from, like, I don't know, some fucking CIA funding? Committee for Human Rights in North Korea, Connecticut Avenue, Washington, D.C. About the Committee for Human Rights in Korea. In October 2001, a distinguished group of foreign policy and human rights specialists launched the Committee for Human Rights in North Korea to promote human rights in that country. HRNK seeks to raise awareness to publish well-documented research that focuses on international attention on North Korean human rights conditions, which have been so closed off in the rest of the world. The committee's studies have established its reputation and leading role in growing international network of organizations committed to opening up and promoting reform and transition in North Korea. The committee's reports have addressed many of the fundamental human rights issues in North Korea. In its 2003 report, The Hidden Gulag was the first comprehensive study of the fucking, okay. Formerly known as the U.S. Committee for Human Rights in North Korea, is a Washington, D.C.-based non-NGO, of course, seeks to raise awareness about the conditions, founded by a group of foreign policy and human rights specialists. They held its first major conference on North Korean human rights to launch its publication, The Hidden Gulag. Okay, past involvement from its inception, they've held themselves as a nonpartisan holder of expertise on North Korea in the United States. Early members of the board of directors include individuals with varying political affiliations and policy prescriptions, including Chuck Downs, Nicholas Eberstadt of the American Enterprise Institute, Carl Gershman, the president of the National Endowment for Democracy. Oh, there it is. Morton I. Abramowitz, former president of the Carnegie Endowment for International Peace think tank. Samantha Power. Oh, of course, Samantha Power, one of Obama administration's proponents of the 2011 military intervention in Libya. There you go, dude. The association to the CIA is not that fucking hard. Look at that. Co-sponsor of the Gulf War. Board of directors includes Representative Stephen J. Solaris, co-sponsor of the 1991 Gulf War, and Ambassador James Lilly, a CIA agent 30 years in Asia, worked in Laos to undermine the communist insurgency and helped insert a number of CIA agents into China from the Reagan administration. It took me 3 seconds of fucking Googling to find 8 generations of CIA members that have built this fucking institution. Here's how this works. You got people, first of all, let's start here. If you join the CIA, you are forever a CIA agent, okay? There's no such thing as like former CIA. It's a meme at this point. So what do? First, you join the CIA, then you leave the CIA, you become an ambassador, or you become a part of the foreign policy apparatus in the United States of America through the State Department. You start making foreign policy decisions at the behest of the State Department. Then you turn around and you build think tanks. This is how it works. Those think tanks will then create, not very credible, but still the only kind of information that's coming out of these places, studies. Those think tank studies will then be written extensively as if it's a matter of fact in American news publications. And then those American news publications will blast this information everywhere into the fucking periphery. And then all of a sudden you got Wikipedia articles written about it. All of a sudden you have, other articles being written about North Korea that then turn around and actually, point to the think tank studies. Okay? This is unironically the entire reason as to why, Alexa and Alex went to North Korea to get a fucking haircut. None of this means North Korea is a wonderful place to live. Of course it's not. It is, unfortunately, a nation that was blown to fucking... A nation that was, crafted, created, blown to fucking bits, and undermined for 8 unironic generations that it has existed for, okay? Even if it weren't possible, it wouldn't add up to... Even if it were possible, it wouldn't have to 30,000 people. Yes. Did someone else change the wiki from 3 to 8 to only 3 now? Did they? I don't know. But notice how quick this was. Notice how easy this was. We traced it back. We traced it back like by three Google links. We traced it back to motherfuckers that have never stepped foot in North Korea, motherfuckers that haven't done shit about North Korea, motherfuckers that just are like in the CIA writing about North Korea, extensively writing about. Wait, well, hold on. What does this say? 3 to 8 generations, under which 3 to 8 generations of a political offender's family. No, it still says 3 to 8 generations. Is it? How do you hard refresh? Clicking through links until it's a shady organization doesn't prove something wrong? What? No, you always click through links and land on a shady organization, usually quickly and immediately with political stuff due to funding. You need a group funded in order to do research, particularly on closed-off, war-torn countries. That's how it works. Wait, what? Dude, then everything that the media says about any fucking country, any foreign policy is real. That's the whole point. That's the whole purpose of why they do it like this. You understand that, right? Wait, they did change it. What the fuck? Obviously, one of you dumb motherfuckers did that, okay, in here. It's really funny, guys. Hasan, you do know anyone in here could have changed it, right? Yeah, I do know. You're so smart, Azazel Moriarty. You're so fucking smart. I know. It's a joke. It's called a joke. I'm making a joke. Anyway, the real fucking curse that no one talks about is the top of the hour ad break curse, though. And that actually hits every fucking generation. Not even 8, but 10 generations. Okay? Son, I hate when you debunk state propaganda. Yeah, I know. People, oh God. Media literacy is just like, is impossible to achieve. It's too much. It's too overwhelming. It means you have to like look at everything with a careful lens. I'm never going to be able to get it across to anyone here. Okay? It's just not going to happen. Halfway through the hour. Okay, well, shut up. I'm running the 3-minute ad break now. Okay, fuck you. Can you elaborate on tracing the source to determine the legitimacy of the text for the 3-year-olds? What do you mean? Like, look through what the funding mechanism is, okay, on a lot of these things, and you will always inevitably arrive at the CIA. That's the point. It's a self-justifying apparatus created to consistently undermine. Yeah, you guys give me a 529. Fuck you. God damn it. I get that this is an easy dunk, but it's not cool, dude. I myself am a North Korean defector and can personally attest to stories where I breathed too loudly and Kim Jong-un himself personally farted directly onto me and then threw my family in prison for 28,000 years. If you don't believe my story, you are a bad person and the CIA allegations are mostly untrue. Be better. Pink eye camp. I was sent to the pink eye prison. And it didn't end there. Okay? It did not end there. What you fail to recognize is that some say that Kim Jong-un is still farting on my children, okay? I was able to, they stole my semen through the Chinese dick sucking factory, and then they shipped it back to North Korea so that I could still artificially inseminate and have children just so Kim Jong-un can fart on them. Okay? You think that's funny? You think it's funny that Kim Jong-un is farting on my child that I've never met before? Artificially inseminated from a Chinese dick sucking factory that works closely with the UN regime? It's not funny. Stop. You think farting on children is funny? Anyway. Dude, I'm so fucking sorry about your trauma, but you're sort of ruining the Friday vibes. Can you please leave the channel? Yeah, I'm sorry. I'm sorry to say this to you, chatter, but, you know, now that I know about Kim Jong-un farting on your child, I'm going to be honest with you. You're kind of ruining the fucking vibes. These are the Immaculate Friday vibes that are tarnished by me having to think about Kim Jong-un farting on your babies. It's a big bummer, dude. Also, again, I as always, it's not like a zero-sum situation. It's not like, I'm not saying DPRK is fucking wonderful, okay? It's not roses. Not great. It's just like, but it's also not like this, whatever the fuck people are saying.
Western propaganda.
Yes.
And then they all disappear, which means concentrate.
Oh my God. Wow. Now, when you're in China, you have this unbelievable journey to get to Mongolia.
Like, Yeonmi Park is such a fucking grifter that other North Korean defectors that have written books about defecting from North Korea look to her and say, she's out of her fucking mind, okay? Just understand. Like, which is exactly the difference between 3 generations versus 3 to 8 generations. Like, it's like shit like that, okay? That's my point here. But you're so willing and so ready to consume anything and everything that, like, you believe stuff like, yeah, there's a 1,000-year curse that was placed upon my family by Kim Jong-un, who's farting on all my babies. You know what I mean? He's not calling the numbers out because he's trying to hit. I mean, pretty much.
Yeah.
And then from Mongolia to South.
Also, it's not that. It's this, okay? Like, obviously, no one, especially now someone like Andrew, who's like a funny comedian guy, wants to come across like a fucking asshole when someone is talking about being sex trafficked into like Down syndrome farmers in China, okay? You're not going to turn around and be like, that sounds kind of crazy. Can you please explain a little bit further? Like, no one's going to say that. That's the whole point. It's good propaganda for that reason. Even like the edge parts about it, even the fucking edge parts about it that like are very clearly embellished and very clearly lies is like, you're not going to turn around and be like, wait a minute, 8 generations? Like, what the fuck's going on? You don't want to be that guy. That's the whole point. Even though I am that guy. And, you know, that's why a lot of people yell at me, including motherfuckers in my chat.
South Korea. You have to cross the Gobi Desert.
Yeah.
This is a 24-hour, when I was listening to the podcast, you said it was a 24-hour straight journey. It's negative 40 degrees. What are you wearing? How are you staying warm? Like, how do you prepare for this? Are you taking water? I'm trying to understand.
I mean,
like,
it's gonna freeze. Water gonna freeze.
yeah, so-
Even your entire thing is all like ice. If you breathe, it becomes like all like icicle. You know? So, that's the thing. I was rescued by missionaries.
yes.
And they said,
Watching Hakim, who I love's video on North Korea left me feeling a bit conflicted because I know North Korea is better than we in the West now, but he made it out to seem democratic and a nice place to live. Yeah, no, I don't think it's a democratic place to live. No. I don't think America is a fucking democratic place to live. Let's be real. And North Korea is certainly worse than America. I mean, come on now. That's the point, okay? What I'm trying to say here is that, like, North Korea is shitty. You have to understand why it's shitty. You have to also understand beyond the really believe that. Wait, what? You really believe that? Yes, I do believe that North Korea is a shitty place to live. Dog, I think Pittsburgh is a shitty place to live. You really think I think that like Seoul, I mean, it's a fucking Pyongyang is a good a place to live? What are you talking about? The fuck are you talking about? Was referring to the video? No, I don't believe half the shit she said.
You have to believe in miracles, otherwise you're not gonna make this journey. The chance of surviving is 1%. So, but we don't have like gloves or gears or like paddings, you know, just some like thick jacket, and then no gloves, no scarves, no hat, and so afterwards we got everything frozen, or our face took a while for us to heat our skin. Wow. Yeah.
The missionaries that you said would make you, like they would test you on the Bible, and if you didn't do well, they might not take you. Did they do that just so you would believe in miracles more strongly? Was that the idea? Do you know why? Because it seemed to me, I was like, yo, just rescue these people. Who cares how well they know the Bible?
Right, so that's the thing. They believe that North Korean people cannot learn about Bible because the Kims copied the Bible and brainwashed us in the same theology. And like if people hear about God and Jesus Christ, we're gonna not know the same thing they're telling us. So in North Korea, if you read the Bible, you get executed.
Wow.
Yeah, it's like this is the biggest crime you can make in North Korea. So these Christians thought like they need to save North Koreans and let them know the gospel. So they rescued us, and the price was us becoming Christians.
Yeah.
And that's why we had to write down the Psalms and memorize and testing and praying and fasting and a month of training.
Yeah,
Then,
God would have just saved them, but that's fair.
Wait a minute. Did they? Are you still Christian?
yeah,
Really?
I became one after my son. I wasn't. I was an atheist for a long time.
Yeah, that makes
And
sense.
then having my son, like, wow, this is a miracle.
Yeah.
I had to become one.
Okay. So then you eventually get to South Korea. From South Korea, you come over here. You study at Columbia, and now you've just gotten your citizenship. Bravo. American citizen. Okay, so we've got some life. We have tons of obviously questions. We're so curious, and I also want to talk about your new book and your old book, and we'll make sure that we plug everything there. Okay, so many different things that I want to ask you about.
Yeah.
A million. I never write down like notes for a
Really?
podcast. These are the notes that I have. I need to know, okay, are there any nice parts of North Korea? Is there like an Aspen?
There are more than 2,000 private resorts for the Kim Jong-un.
Yes.
In these private resorts, they are all pleasure squad members waiting for him to come visit.
Pleasure squad
So
members.
these young girls in North Korea, the officials have to find the young girls who look pretty. And then when they turn 16 or 17, they send them to capital Pyongyang and train them to become, there are 3 groups in pleasure squad. Like satisfactory group is where you perform in sex acts. And the other group is a happiness group, is where you learn how to massage the dictator or like give him the acupuncture like that. And the last group is the dancers and musicians.
And magicians.
Music.
Musicians.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
I thought he liked magic.
He does like magic,
He does?
but like he likes the girls like naked and dancing more than that.
Yeah. Most
he-
guys
Yeah.
like the naked girls more.
I prefer magic.
Yeah.
I weirdly prefer David Blaine.
You like magic over. Okay.
Let's be friends after.
Yeah, right? Magic is so much more fun.
Wow. Okay. Now. Okay. So the video. Sometimes there are these videos you see coming out of North Korea. And they make North Korea look quite normal. It doesn't look rich,
Yeah.
but it doesn't look as poverty-stricken as.
Because it's not. Because that's, oh my God. Ay. Because over the course of look, North Korea after the collapse of the USSR is dramatically different than North Korea now, because no matter what happens, when there's fucking people living there, when there's a will, there's a goddamn way. That's it. That's it. It's not as bad. It's not as bad as the way the Western media fucking depicts it. That's it. That's all I'm stating. Like, they're not eating hamburgers for every fucking meal like the people claim on Left Book. You know what I mean? They're not like, they don't have like Five Guys burgers and fries. Okay? But it's so stupid when people are just like, no, you don't understand, dude. Everything in Pyongyang is fucking fake, dog. Everything. People are just like getting assassinated in the fucking streets.
As people like you and others who have gone to actually lived in North Korea say. What do you say about these videos? Are they all like he'll bring up? Is it all faked? Is it all orchestrated to like trick the West? Like do you even recognize this place?
It's Pyongyang. It's the capital of North Korea. Yeah, do you see that everything is a propaganda banner?
Right.
Yo, that's crazy. Wait, so what's happening? You got fucking little kids with drip. What the fuck's that about? None of them got the Kim Jong-un haircut. What's happening? I thought everybody had the Kim Jong-un haircut. Why? I don't get it. She's gonna say they're on their. She's on her way to the rat store to get some rats, dude. Look. That bucket full of rats. So what happens like when she goes to Times Square and she sees like the American flag and the Go Army fucking ad next to one another? Does she go, wow, look at this insane propaganda? Like, how does that work? You know what I mean? She's like, wow, this is just like North Korea? Of course not, because she's supposed to be doing reactionary propaganda, so obviously she would never fucking do that. She's like, wow, look at look at that American flag right there. And there's like always a fucking Go Army ad too.
There's no ad.
All of these. Oh, there's no advertisement.
Nobody can like get a glory other than dictator.
What does that say? That
Doesn't
first
look
time.
that bad.
It's like let's follow the party's order with everything that we have.
So are these places like
That's kind of fire. Yo, why do fucking... I mean, DPRK is not even like really fucking communist or whatever, but goddamn, that's a sick looking banner. God fucking damn it, dude. I hate this shit. I hate it so much. It's like, it looks kind of cool. It's just like, if all I'm saying is if America had banners like this, I would be more yee than I am currently, okay? It's like, look at how bad these cities are. They're walkable. I hate it.
propped up by the regime to look nice, or are there some parts that are nicer and some parts that are more impoverished?
So Pyongyang is like have you guys watched the Hunger Games?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like North Korea, like that. There's a capital and there's other districts.
So the capital looks nice.
Yeah, because that's called the heart of North Korea. Heart of the regime is Pyongyang.
No shit. It's fucking poverty stricken. Of course. Like, please go to like Jacksonville, dude. Holy shit. Go to like a fucking Alabama town with no fucking working sewage and understand that like the concept that you're describing is literally identical to every place around the fucking planet where there's gigantic amounts of fucking income inequality. Like, you know what I mean?
So that's why regime says as long as we can keep 10% alive, which is in Pyongyang, we are not going to do anything until other people die off from this starvation, because it's easy to do socialism when you have less people. That's why they're starving us on purpose, to let us die.
Because it's less people to take care of.
Not taking it is control. They don't take care of us. It's easy to control less population, right? And also, if we are starving, we have no energy to fight back.
Right, right. And they would be worried about these other places coming and obviously trying to create some sort of revolution.
Yeah, so within North Korea, we have no freedom to travel to Pyongyang.
Oh, I was going to ask you, have you ever been to Pyongyang?
It's just weird because like they keep killing people and yet their population has like steadily increased since the 1960s. So like, I guess they're just not doing a good enough fucking job killing people over and over again. You know what I mean? Like, they're not very efficient. People just like, they still have like this willingness to live. You did not just say immigrants.
Before my father arrested, I've been once.
Because before your father was arrested, life was not as
He
bad.
was a party member. Yeah, I had a relatively fine life for North Korean standard.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
Which means I had like food 3 times a day, still no electricity, no cars, no toys, still like 2 pair of clothes, no shower, no sewage, no bathroom. I mean,
Oh, and that was good for...
no refrigerator, no washer. I mean,
Wow.
that was a good North Korean lifestyle. I was not dying from starvation.
Yeah, because he was a party member.
He was, I mean, 6 million of men are party members, so it's not that significant.
Got you.
He was a party member, but still, yeah, better than most of, I guess, middle class people.
Wow. Okay, so that's why they'll let foreigners go to Pyongyang, because it gives the perception,
Yeah.
like, oh, it's not as bad as people say.
It's like Disney World,
Exactly.
right? But the thing is, even within Pyongyang, remember that Otto Warmbier from Virginia Tech, the
Yeah.
young man who got killed by the regime?
Yes, yes.
Even as a tourist, when you go to North Korea, you cannot walk around freely.
You're always accompanied.
Absolutely. Even in your hotel, you cannot. His crime was going to the wrong floor in his hotel by himself
Wow.
without the guard.
I'm not even pushing the floor.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm saying you push the floor.
Yeah.
I'm not even. Is there an elevator? Yeah, there's got to
Yeah,
be.
there
an
was
elevator.
in that hotel.
Yeah.
It's elevator.
Now, where is the money coming into North Korea in order to prop up a city like that?
So, first source is coming from selling weapons. They sell the nuclear strategy to Pakistan, Syria, those countries.
How did North Korea get a nuke?
Wait, what?
They got the technology from
Wait, what? Wait, what the fuck? Yo, why every time she says some unhinged shit about North Korea, it literally sounds like she's pro North Korea. Okay? She's like, dude, they have the best nukes. North Korea, best nukes. Nobody fucking knows it. They literally have better nukes than America, actually. And they sold it to Pakistan, and they sold it to Syria, and they sold it to Iran. Like, Pakistan had nukes before North Korea even had a nuclear program. What the fuck are you talking about, dude? What is she saying? It's like, well, they sold more nukes than the ones they have already. You know what I mean? No, you don't understand. The intercontinental ballistic missile systems, that's North Korean, baby.
from Soviet Union in the 60s, 70s. So they helped
'Cause they were
North Korea.
communists, yeah.
They
And the
helped,
Soviets were propping them up before China.
yeah, during China. They were like using North Korea as a buffer zone from South Korea, Japan, and America.
Right, right.
During the Cold War, they helped North Korea to build the nukes.
Okay, so they build the nukes, so they have the nukes, and that's their one, what we would call like a trump card.
Yeah.
Not actual Trump, but it's a term, right? A trump card, where it's just like, if they didn't have the nuke, most people would probably just go in there and, do regime change or something like that. But the fact that they have the nuke, it's a very dangerous proposition,
Right.
right?
Yeah, but even before the nukes, they would not go do anything there. So I don't think there's people interested in North Korea. I don't think the argument where there's no oil is a real thing. But just somehow, I don't think the world cared about human rights that much, even till this day, that they would like go in there and change the regime.
Oh, I wasn't talking about even human rights. I was talking about like for example, if I'm China, right? Do I really want someone who I don't trust, who has nuclear weapons, leading a country, or do I want a puppet?
Oh, China is so grateful because North Korea makes them look good. I mean, imagine, like, without North Korea.
Yeah, it's like when a pretty girl has an ugly friend.
That's insane. That's so good, dude. That's awesome. Yeah, that's the reason. No, she was right about the buffer thing. She wasn't wrong. That's why I didn't say anything. But like, what the fuck, dude? That's so stupid, dude. Yeah. No, China, very similar to North Korea. Also just as poverty stricken. Please don't go there. Please don't travel there. Please don't look at like the millions of like readily available pieces of information that you can see from like, tier 1 cities or anything like that. Don't talk to any of your relatives that have went to China. They're all lying to you. Do not go to China. Do not see China. They're actually just as poor as North Korea, but like a little bit better than North Korea. That's why they need North Korea to exist. Genuinely asking for some clarification. Is Kim Jong-un a good leader or not? No, of course not. What the fuck, man? Why are people just like, why? Oh my God. Dude, if someone was saying this kind of shit about America, okay, I would be fucking shitting on them too, okay? Like, it's ridiculous. If someone was like, in America, everyone is imprisoned. 330 million population, 250 million prisoners. Would be like, no, America has the highest prisoner per capita, but that's not, that number is just fucking insane. Okay? Stop saying kind of true, you fucking idiots.
Exactly.
Right? So you have to walk around with the ugly friend so people go, oh my God, she's so
Unless
ugly.
you're
You don't
not
even
that
notice.
bad. Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah, not even a pretty girl, like a medium girl with an ugly friend.
Yeah.
Oh, because as long as we're talking about North Korea, we're not talking about what China's doing with the Uyghurs.
Yeah, it's not as bad. Nothing is gonna be compared to what North
Yeah.
Korea does, right?
Oh.
Yeah, famously, everyone only cares about what's going on in North Korea and China. No one ever cares about that. Yeah.
Wow.
So we're not gonna talk about Chinese human rights abuses as much.
Interesting.
That's the one reason why they want them to be there. Also, everything is under Chinese control.
So that's the other thing that I heard you say. So China bought, I guess, the mineral rights and the
Yeah.
mining rights
Yeah.
for all of North Korea.
They like lent the lands for 300 years.
So basically it's theirs.
It's
yeah.
theirs now.
Yeah.
It's like we are colonized by China.
Yeah.
But not only that, like North Korea has no oil, right, themselves. So they cannot, even like test nukes without the oil. So China got that line for them because nobody in the world can give them the oil.
Oh, that's right, because they're an embargo.
Yeah.
So if they wanted to, they could just stop
Stop
oil.
the oil. Just 1 week, the regime collapses.
Oh, wow.
So China's propping.
And now you understood exactly why they don't need to have a puppet regime. So everything she said leading up to this moment was just bullshit. They don't need to have a puppet regime in North Korea because North Korea's only export partner is China. There you go. Again, like 3 true things and then like 11 insane things. Holy fuck.
It up.
Yeah, they don't let them. Like even during the pandemic, they were like in the dark, in the black market, they would give him the oil. In the behind the scene. New York Times actually covered that up. Yeah.
Wow. Okay, that's interesting. I thought that they were just creating a buffer zone, which is quite common with countries. Is you want a little bit of like it's similar to what's happening right now with like Russia and like Ukraine.
Yeah.
It's like Ukraine didn't join up with what is it called again?
NATO?
NATO.
They didn't join up with NATO, and then Russia was like, okay, there's a buffer right here. We don't have NATO on the doorstep. We got something that might be like neutral. We don't know. And the second they talk about maybe joining up with NATO, it's like, no, we're in there. We can't do it. But what you're saying is interesting. It's a publicity stunt almost. They're keeping this country impoverished, enabling the poverty. So people talk about the atrocities going on there instead of the atrocities going on in their country.
Right.
Now, my question is, would the world care? It seems like we don't care what China does to their people in the same way we don't care what Saudi Arabia does to Yemen. Like, it seems like as long as we're getting something from them or we need something from them, that we just kind of look the other way with the civil rights situation.
But that's what I try to change right now.
Yeah.
To make people care.
Yeah.
Because I think people don't realize how dangerous a threat is really, right? It's what I'm afraid of is already there. North Korea is too big to fail. Their nukes, they have a capability of attacking actually mainland America. And while we are getting...
Again, glazing. Okay, she's a double agent, dog. It's over. She's a double agent. No way. No way. She says way too many insane things just glazing up Jusha gang, dude. Holy fuck. That's crazy, dude. She's out here literally. She's out here like North Korea has ICBMs that are capable of hitting mainland America. They have the best nukes. They gave them to Pakistan. They gave them to Syria. Other countries with nuclear programs want nukes from Korea. They want it. It's the best Korea. The people are so strong. They live on a healthy diet of fucking rats and cockroaches and are capable of pulling trains. Okay? In North Korea, there is 130 million soldiers on the border, across the border, even though the country is actually only 26 million people. In North Korea, people live up to 400 years old, which is why the family is able to do 8 generational curse-style gulag imprisonment. In North Korea, the rats are strong. The children eat the rats, and then the rats eat the children. Even the rats are the strongest rats. Okay, this goes pretty fucking hard. You don't understand. And most importantly at all, in North Korea, there is no top of the hour ad breaks. Because at the top of the hour, everyone's ad breaks are paid for by gifters. The great gifter Kim Il-sung, Kim Jong-un, Kim Jong-il. The gifters of all. The spreaders of Jusha ideology. The Jusha ideology of self-reliance. That's right. At the top of the hour, there is no 3-minute ad break. But in America, ew, yucky, there is a 3-minute ad break. Moon Senem, thank you for the 20 gifted subs. Hasanabi's Nipple, thank you for the 5 gifted subs. Allowing 25 people to no longer see the ads at the top of the hour. Here's the 3-minute ad break now. Chok, chok, chok. Kim Jong-un has the fattest of asses. He can fart on babies that haven't even been born yet. He'll fart on a pregnant woman, and then the pregnant woman's child's children will smell the fart. That is how strong Kim Jong-un is. Anyway, anyone could pull a train after hearing this? Yeah. We'll listen to some more patriotic North Korean songs in a little bit.
So destroyed with each other and fighting, infighting, everything. The enemies are keep growing, and their only goal is destroying America.
That's
North
all...
Korea's only goal is destroying America.
Why do they hate us so much?
Because this country stands up for freedom and human rights, individual liberty, and all the things that North Koreans cannot have.
Our culture is very seductive, and it kind of erodes the ideology
of these totalitarian states.
Yeah.
So as long as there's a free society exists, it's a threat to their ruling, right? People want to be like us.
Yeah.
They want to escape to America. We don't escape to North Korea.
Yeah.
So that's why North Korean regime and Chinese regime understand that if they want to make this a norm, the dictatorships as a norm in the world, they need to destroy democracy.
Yes. But even China has, I think, relaxed their policy on capitalism for sure. Right?
Not when it comes to control of the people. It got so bad.
But even recently, the people protested the COVID regulations, and then the government acquiesced. The government said, okay, fine, you guys want to go out there and get COVID? Go get some COVID. It's like the first time in like 100 years that this has happened, where the government basically... Relented, yeah.
Right. I think that was new about COVID. Like that people really fed up in China.
Yeah.
But even till this day, like we have people trying to rescue North Koreans from China.
Yeah.
You cannot...
Yeah, it's really fucked up when the people of China are yearning for freedom and they're always like, please don't execute billionaires. Please don't throw them in jail. Or when they're like, please don't give us high-speed rail. And then the Chinese government does it anyway. And I'm sitting there and I'm going, man, that's really fucked up. God damn it, that's really fucked up. I get so upset and so offended on behalf of the Chinese population that's like, fuck, I really hate the rapid urbanization that has occurred in the past fucking 30 years in this country. They're always saying that. They're sitting in their fucking high-rise apartments going, oh, it was so much better. It used to be so much better here. This used to be a village. There was no working sewage system. It was fucking so sick. That's what they're always saying, and the Chinese government's like, nah, dog, fuck you. You do get high-speed internet. You do get fucking high-speed rail. Ah! They're like, please, sir, Xi Jinping, please, stop building. I hate that.
Get on a bus without your ID and government authorization.
China has all that high-speed rail because billions of people are pulling it. Yeah, in China, everybody knows there are no high-speed rails. It's like literally the Chinese people pulling those planes.
You cannot go to the next town without going through a checkpoint. And it became everything is isolated prison within China, like North Korea.
I also think that, and this speaks to the North Korea, why it's so much more difficult to do in North Korea. I think that like China has a much bigger middle class. And I think when you have a much bigger middle class, they have more power.
Yeah, let's think. It almost feels like one country was not under mass embargo from the Western world that dictated that like no country can do trade with it, and the other didn't get that, and then had like 1 million people wiped out in a war that did not even need to happen.
In a revolution.
Right.
And North Korea does not have that at all.
Like, we don't have zero middle class.
Zero. Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Question about COVID. Did COVID go through North Korea?
Yeah, it did.
And a lot of people were infected?
A lot.
And how did it transmit into the country? Do you know?
It had to be China because they're the only trading partner, and then COVID is from China. So
But it was through trading that people actually got sick.
nobody really knows. And
Why does she know about what's going on in contemporary North Korean existence? Hasn't she been living in like Chicago since 2014? Because she's from there? No, but like, why does she know about how COVID fucking ripped through North Korea? It's not like, dog, it's not like me calling up my fucking dad in Turkey, okay? She left North Korea in 2007. What do you mean? You can't just like ring up somebody and fucking... Don't yell at me, dog. I don't forget where I come from. That's such a funny... Yeah, she's repping her set, dude.
but North Korea did have COVID.
Oh, interesting.
How do you still get information of what's going on in North Korea?
So that's a big operation. Like literally so funny when I talk to my
That's actually a
North
great question.
almost brokers, we have to talk about like sugar and candy. It's all about like, you know, how we try to rescue some people. So North Korea has no internet. They don't have international cell service. So we need to smuggle a Chinese phone through the border to North Korean border.
Wow.
Then it's closed, region is so close, they have the Chinese reception. So from America, we call Chinese number. But the border North Korean agent, they can accept the call. And sometimes the FaceTiming. But the government, North Korean government, jams and watches and listens to all these calls. So we need to go to the deep mountain in the bike to the 30-second call. So on the bike in their hoodie, and they talk for 30 seconds. And then about what we want to know, like how things are going, like, you know, what we want to like, get out of North Korea. Then they need to go several miles and do another call. It takes a interesting mission, act of Congress to make a one phone call to North Korea.
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
I'm not familiar with the geography that much, but are there places where they can access water and then like take the ocean?
Some people do. They
Like in
do
Cuba,
swim.
for example, that's how people obviously get here. They'll just make a boat.
You cannot do that in North Korea because there's a police. Even the ocean is sealed by the guards.
The entire ocean.
Whole countries of prison camp. Entire country is sealed. by the regime. It's a prison camp, entire thing is. So some people swam for 15 days to Japan.
What?
Literally swam. A son and father, miraculously they swam in the freezing winter, like end of October, that's North Korea winter. They somehow survived.
Wow.
Escaped to Japan and South Korea, yeah.
Wow. All right, guys, we're going to take a break for a second because today's episode...
Wait, so how the fuck? I don't get it. So how the fuck did the ships not pick him up?
And what do the other countries in the region think about this? Do they talk about it all? Are they concerned about it all? Is Japan concerned about what people in North Korea are going through? Like, I'm trying, do they have empathy for it, or is it...
Yeah, Japanese people love thinking about Koreans in a positive way, famously. Japanese people are always thinking about what's going on in South Korea and North Korea. They're like, Famously, they love thinking about that.
I don't know. Is there like a kind of like
they love empathizing with the plight of Koreans.
lasting impasse where they kind of look the other way?
So they do have a sympathy, Japanese, but they're more scared because whenever North Korea tests nuclear,
oh no,
can drop on
that's
them.
right.
Yeah, they've already gone through that once.
Oh,
Exactly.
wow. Yeah,
So
yeah,
that's
yeah.
their real problem
Yeah.
they actually have, that it can just drop on them at any time North Korea shoots a missile.
Now, you also said South Koreans look down on North Koreans.
Yeah.
That was kind of surprising to me. I thought there would be a lot more sympathy for what they have to go through. Well, can you talk about that?
I think this is where Americans don't know how other countries are so racist. How
India
exceptional
is,
America
but-
is.
Yeah.
Yeah, in South Korea, they discriminate. Literally, all the people come from poor countries. That includes, I'm so sorry, India,
You're not very sorry.
Philippines, Thailand, Vietnam, and North Korea too. We are very poor.
Yeah.
And they look up to people coming from the Western European countries who are white.
Okay. Okay.
And so, yeah, even though we speak the same language, we have same genetics, same history, we are same Korean, they just discriminate us because we are coming from a poor country.
Do they have any funny jokes about you guys?
Oh my God, I mean, a lot of stereotypes.
Okay,
about us.
What are the stereotypes? What are the stereotypes?
So,
Super heavy. No.
I know, so
Yeah.
South Korea is a democracy and free market, so they need to be competitive.
Yeah.
So they have a saying about the communist North Koreans don't work hard as much as they do, or they are not as competitive. They don't understand capitalism. And then they are not...
Damn, those jokes are fucking fire, dog. Bro, what the fuck? Damn, that shit's so funny. I love reading an econ textbook and just laughing my ass off. Wow, what are some more funny jokes? They do not understand free market principles in North Korea, and everyone bursts into laughter. Yeah, I'm gonna visit South Korea and start making jokes like that.
trustworthy
Not trustworthy.
because we believe that like all the propaganda, so we can like worship Kims, right, in front of camera.
Oh.
So they think like, oh, they don't care, like we have to do that to protect our families. They just lie in front of camera and worshiping dictator like that.
Oh, so they think you'll believe anything.
Yeah. So those kind of things. So it's very hard to get a job in South Korea as a North Korean defector.
I mean, I will be honest. There are some things that they say about Kim. No, not Kim Jong-un. Kim
Kim Jong-il?
Jong-il.
Yeah.
There are some things that are pretty wild.
That guy's amazing.
Yeah.
Apparently, he's done apparently a lot of really amazing things that apparently has been propaganda in North Korea. That he's achieved all these records. That he's an amazing golfer. Were you told these things when you were there?
And one thing that I still remember from my math class teacher
I'm not being rude. I'm looking up the things I wrote
it's
about.
okay.
Okay, yeah.
is that like at Columbia University, professors are saying how math is racist, right? It's made up by white men. The science, biology made up by white men.
I thought it was Muslims. I thought it was Arabs made up.
Arabic did numbers, right?
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is my favorite type of shit when she starts talking about like things that like obviously she needs to say for like Republicans to be like, yeah, she's our gal. She's our gal.
Yeah.
But now they blame white men. They think the white man just like made up the gender.
I mean, we
science,
perfected
math.
Yeah, we made it
really
the best.
good.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But
Of
Asians
course.
are still the best at it, so I don't understand that
Yeah,
part.
Asians
Right.
are really good at it.
But like, so
Yeah.
Kim Jong-il apparently as a child realized, so teacher asked me, Yeonmi, what's 1 + 1? What do you say?
Say 2.
Yeah. And my teacher can know, my dear leader discovered if you add 1 drop of water on top of another drop of water, what does it become? Becomes a bigger one. That's how he proved the math was made up by the white man.
Wow.
Yeah, that kind of holds up.
That's
actually.
good.
Yeah.
That's good.
That's kind of a good point.
Yeah. He sounds like a wife.
Yeah. I'm kind of on his side. I don't know. That adds up for me.
Yeah.
Okay, can I ask you some of these things and you tell me if these are true? About Kim Jong-un. Okay. That Kim Jong-il learned to walk at 8 weeks.
Oh, wow.
I mean, that's what they say, but I mean, it's got to be true. I am a mother. That's impossible.
Impossible.
8 weeks, you cannot do that. You cannot even crawl.
No,
Literally.
definitely not.
Your kid's not Kim
Fake.
Jong-il, you know? I mean, you never know.
Kim Jong-il played golf. He shot 38 under par, including 11 holes in one.
Do you know what North Koreans thought when we read that?
That the holes in one were from the
We
sex
thought,
camp?
what's golf?
Yeah.
Because we don't have golf for commoners.
Oh, you didn't know what golf was, so it made sense. Of course he's good at golf.
But it's also like he's bragging about stuff that people don't even know what he's bragging about.
Yeah. So like, I was like, what's golf, you know?
I actually like that one that he's not, that he said like, oh, I only got 11 holes in one. Like he
He
could
didn't
have,
go every
Yeah.
hole.
He wasn't.
he could have said, I
He
mean,
wasn't too ridiculous.
yeah, it's like when you cheat on a test and you get some of them wrong,
Yeah, you
you're
give
like,
yourself a
I'm gonna throw them
96.
off, you know?
Right.
Okay.
kinda smart.
Okay. Kim Jong-il invented the hamburger.
Oh, wow.
He
Yeah.
called it the double bread with meat. That guy is good with names. He's like Seinfeld, like
Yeah.
very creative when naming things.
Very good with the naming. I mean, that's
Yeah.
what they do.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, never had a hamburger, so I don't know. It's like,
Again, he's saying that he's inventing things that you guys don't even know what the hell it is.
yeah,
like,
so
where
people
is
have
it?
no idea what that is.
You're
you
like, of
know?
course you did, buddy. Who would eat meat between bread?
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, you get executed for eating beef in North
Between Kim Jong Un or Kim Jong Il and Yeonmi Park, I don't know who to believe less. Okay, it's just like all I'm learning from her is that North Koreans love embellishing. Okay, they love it. They can't stop doing it. That's the only two people I know from North Korea, and both of them love lying. But one of them also loves cheese. But that one makes sense, actually. That one. Wait, did she say you get executed for eating beef? What?
Korea.
Eat meat between bread.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, you get executed for eating beef in North Korea.
Okay. She lies more. Yeah, no. One is more believable than the other. That's awesome. Come on, dude.
He didn't say he invented the cricket sandwich,
Right.
right?
That
He
we
didn't
would
say.
know.
Then you guys be like,
Yeah.
no, you didn't.
Yeah.
We were
invented
inventing
it.
that in
Yeah,
Hasan.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
absolutely. Okay, so some of these are kind of reasonable. Okay. Kim Jong-il's birth saw a new star be created and turned winter into spring.
Oh, wow.
Now, what day was he born? If he was born on the solstice, that's when winter turns into spring.
He was born February 16th.
Oh,
Black
1943.
History Month.
it's almost his birthday.
Black History
Yeah,
Month.
it's his birthday. So the day of shining star is here.
Exactly.
Is there
That's
a
his
big,
birthday.
there's a big celebration?
So his
Oh, this
father's
one was
birthday is the day
awesome.
of sun.
The day of sun.
This is fire. This is one of my
Because
favorite. This is
forget-
another one of my favorite videos of hers. God, she's glowing, dude.
People get executed because in North Korea, every classroom, every room have the portraits of dictators. Kim Il-sung, Kim Jong-il, Kim Jong-un, and their wife. In the middle of the night, the officers kick your door and come and with a cloth and wipe the portrait. If there's a tiny bit dust gathered on that portrait,
Executed.
that's how you end up getting executed.
Oh, it's so good. Come on, man. It's good as fuck. That shit is so good.
Because your royalty was not good enough. And when you
Bro, I know some of you keep coming in here and going, Sunday fun day. We're talking about this, but this shit is hilarious, dog. I'm sorry. This is fun day for me, okay? I'm sorry if you don't get it. I'm sorry if you think that this is not fucking funny for you. This is absolutely hilarious, okay? A Friday fun day, sorry. I haven't slept a lot. Because I've been up praising my glorious dear leader because I'm afraid of being executed. Ne? Niye? Niye burada izleyelim? No, I do care. I want to watch. Okay, well, let's watch the second one together. No, I want to watch it. Gel, Murat. For what? Just stay here. Watch. Oh my God. Okay. He's horrified.
In a concentration camp, the first thing that you cannot do is why you are there. If you are asking them, why did I end up in a concentration camp? They execute you on the spot. And now, with Kim Jong-un, he decided that even bullets are too precious for the people of North Korea. He using this method of hotboxing. In a metal box, put a human being in there, and let them drain to death. That's how he kills people now in the 21st century.
Its Clubhouse covers, wait, what the fuck? In 1994, Park Young-man, the course regular, told Australian journalist Eric Ellis that Kim Jong-il once scored 34 on the course. Park continued that Kim achieved a birdie or better on every hole and had 5 holes in one. Later, this claim was further embellished. The website of the DPRK Amateur Golf Open credits German player Claudio Consul with the course record with a score of 71. In 2018, major expansion projects were initiated on the golf course, including 9 new holes, a new building, and lodging facilities. What the fuck? So wait, why did she say there's no golfing? I mean, I guess there's like one, and probably party members go and play, I assume. How do you explain to people who believe her that she's just grifting? Don't. Don't. To be fair, like, if someone is like that deeply invested in, if someone is that deeply invested in like believing the North Korean shit, who cares? Like, you had your own Yeonmi Park moment. Turkey banned porn, so when I was younger, I drew some titties and then jerked off to it. I mean, it's true though. Turkey did fucking censor porn and still has. First coronavirus patient in North Korea shot dead on Kim Jong-un's order. Wait, what? Okay, what the fuck is this, dude? Honestly, there are a couple funny clips that you can point to about her, like talking about how she got robbed by a black woman in America, and then everyone was like, "Why are you arresting her?" You know, you can point to that. Or whenever she talks about like America being worse than North Korea, or at least heading in the direction of North Korea, like that's pretty good to show them that it's like fucking absolutely insane. You know what I mean? Like,
the universe, right? And then he gave his son, who's like Jesus Christ, that's Kim Jong-il, the day of the shining star.
The day of the shining star.
You remember when you first met a black guy?
Yeah, in South Korea.
Oh, in South Korea.
And I did not know what black was.
So what did you think?
So human.
Be honest.
Be honest. I have a friend.
Yeah.
named
If
Casey
you had a
Ortiz.
purse, you would have moved it.
No, that's the thing. I literally had no idea about race.
So when you see a black guy for the first time,
Did you ask someone?
Was it like you've heard of what happened with the Native Americans when the boats came and they couldn't see
I did not know what
them?
Native Americans were, right?
Right.
I did not know what Jewish
fucking idiot.
was. I did not know what anything of it.
Yeah.
So literally when I
metaphor,
met
but it's
my friend Casey, I just became friends. And then several years of we became friends, and he was like, "Oh, I'm a black." He's like, "What do you mean you're black?" He's like, "I'm black. Did you not know?" Like, I guess so.
But when you looked at them, you were like, you look different.
Not really.
She's like, I'm colorblind, dog. What you mean?
Hold on one second.
Yeah.
Because the reason why we're asking, because I remember you saying the first time you saw white people, you thought we all looked the same.
You do.
Yeah.
We do.
Black people look all the same too.
I'm telling you. That's what I'm telling you.
I'm sorry.
That's it.
Indians look all the same.
We
too.
say the same about you.
They do. Now, Asian people, when you look at Asians, do you think you guys look the same?
Oh, absolutely, we're different.
No.
No, because No, because this blew my mind. You said you had 65 different nationalities in China, and my first question was, how do you know?
Most of them are Han Chinese. 90% of them are.
And can you
Han
see, when you
Chinese.
see a Han walking, can you see?
90% are Han. Where I was like all Han.
But what I'm saying is when you see them, the way that they walk, do you know?
Yeah. No, how they dress, I know.
You know how they dress.
Or how their features, face features.
Okay, so
I know.
you can see you can look at a Han and be like, ooh, that's a Han right
That's
there.
Chinese.
Okay.
I know that's Chinese.
Okay, where is this Asian from right
This
here?
is great.
Yeah,
Okay,
we played this
so-
game before. Where
Oh
is
my
this
God,
Asian
so-
from? China, Thailand, or Vietnam?
He's China, Thailand, Vietnam. Okay, that region is, he does not look Chinese. Maybe Thailand or Vietnam.
What is that shirt he's wearing?
So is that mice?
Are you hungry?
Calm it down. Calm down over here.
All right, final answer, Thailand?
I'm gonna go with Vietnam.
Wow.
Vietnam?
China, that guy was from China.
Wrong.
All right, we got a competition. All right, Schultz, this one's for you.
Okay.
This one's
Okay.
for you, Andrew. Which one, what do you think?
Malaysia.
She's from, oh my gosh.
Hold on, this is one.
Okay, you go for it. Okay.
Okay.
I got to guess.
Okay, I don't know what that thing she's wearing on her head is. What is that? I'm gonna go Malaysia.
That was my guess.
Yeah.
Let me see.
That's
Yeah.
correct.
I know Asian.
All right, so you're winning.
I
You're
said
winning
she was
1-0.
Okay,
Or no?
what is this?
Oh, I know this one.
He knows.
India, Nepal, or Maldives?
Nepal.
Now, what is that right here? What do you think he's talking
Crips.
about?
Gang signs?
Oh.
Muds in the Crips.
Muds in the
India,
Okay, you're going
no?
India?
Yeah.
Okay, let's see it.
All right, that's correct.
Damn, I got it wrong.
Oh, that's a
That's
tough
North
one.
Korea. I mean, I can say that's North Korea. That's how I looked like. I had to have the haircut.
You think that's Korea?
Yeah,
Oh, wow.
Good.
North Korea.
Okay.
Oh, that's Mongolia.
Yeah, that's-
all day.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Son, I did not know
Easy.
that one.
Come on, dude. Those cheekbones.
He was
Are you
so
ready for hard?
Bro, he was so quick with it. That's got to be racist. But like, I mean, yeah, it's obvious. But still. That's got to be racist.
Good question.
Okay, back. So you're meeting black people. You think they all look the same. You meet white people. You think they all look the same. But Asians, look very distinct, very different.
Yeah, culturally very different. Our
Of course.
mannerisms are different. Like,
Okay.
Yeah.
Now, first time you met gay people, what was that like?
So that's like in my book I wrote it. I gave a speech in San Francisco.
Yep.
And then at the end of the day, the host came and gave me a hug.
Yeah.
And then I was like so stirred, like I was still very conservative. And like we don't have a hugging culture in South Korea.
Yeah.
And like he's like,
Wait, you don't?
no, we
just
don't.
bowing it up?
We bow. We don't even do handshake. Beat other genders. Very conservative.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I gave you a hug when I
love
walked
that,
in.
but
yeah,
he's like, don't worry, darling, I'm gay. I didn't know what that was. So I go to my hotel room that night and I Googled gay.
Oh,
And that's how
I've done that
The
before.
images
what
section
gay
is probably
was.
crazy for you.
Did you do videos?
No, just definition of gay.
Oh, okay, just definition. Okay, yeah.
I think that was very took some time for me to understand.
Yeah,
because we
yeah.
don't have a vocabulary gay in North Korea.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we
So
don't
what do you
have.
call Kim Jong-un? Because I like, you know how when Rodman comes over and like they...
Yeah, isn't Kim Jong-un gay?
No, he's very straight.
But he has all these like basketball players come over.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a friend. He loves party. He loves basketball. That's what he grew up in. Yeah.
I mean, if you could fly anyone around the world to North Korea to hang out with you, you're gonna be big, strong guy with a,
Yeah.
you know, you don't think?
Maybe. I don't know. He knows better than
I'm
I
just
do.
saying, maybe it's possible, you know?
I heard his brother is gay.
Oh, it
That's
runs in
it.
the family.
Yeah.
Kim Jong-chul is definitely gay.
Oh, for sure, we know that.
Man,
But
shut
what
the fuck up, dude. He's so stupid. They're so dumb. In many ways, they are the perfect people to have this conversation with her. Like it's a troll off, except like she's grifting. Why are you laughing? Because it's so stupid. They're fucking around. They're comedians, man.
Now, I do have to ask a question. You are married, you had a kid,
Yeah.
right? And then you got divorced. Now, what is more difficult? North Korea or marriage?
Well, I mean,
You're talking to married guys here. I'm married. I
Okay,
forgot my
okay.
ring.
Yeah.
It's freedom.
marriage is beautiful. I mean,
It is-
I love
it's great.
marriage.
Yeah.
Yeah, I believe in marriage. I met him on Bumble.
On Bumble.
Yeah, so during the
No.
pandemic in Chicago, I couldn't go anywhere.
Yeah.
So my gay friend, who's my stepbrother, said, like, darling, you need to go get laid.
Wait, your gay friend is your stepbrother?
Yeah.
How does that
Yeah,
do the
I'm
math?
doing the math.
Yeah, so he wanted to adopt me, but I was too big, so he couldn't adopt me. So we became like stepsisters, stepbrothers since then. So see, I'm not a bigot. They keep saying I'm a right-wing and conservative. I'm like, I'm liberal, classical liberal. Like, seriously.
100%,
I got
yeah.
divorced.
Yeah, exactly.
She said, I'm liberal, a classical liberal. How do you not love this dude? How can you not fucking tell? It's just like every fucking grifter terminology. She hit all the high notes. She said, I'm liberal, classical liberal. It's awesome. I love her.
Yeah. Women's
Queen.
rights.
I'm not that conservative.
Yeah.
I gotta pee, I'll be back.
Okay, this is good.
So what does your Bumble account look like?
Yeah, how come you're not on Raya?
Lots of questions.
I was on Raya.
Okay.
But guys were so like creative
He was-
types.
yeah, he was
And
on
I'm
Raya.
very like classical. I like more like conservative man.
Right.
I like the man who asked me out formally. Like I did not know that going dinner means date.
Oh, what did you think it was? Your
Dinner.
dream come true?
It's just like having dinner.
Yeah.
And then they tried like, may I kiss? Like, what the heck are you doing? Like, I was so surprised. Because we were just went out to dinner. I was like, can I kiss you? I was like, no. I was like, oh, I thought you knew this was a date. Like, no, I didn't.
Hold on. This is actually really fun. So you met on a dating app.
No, just generally, like, you meet people at the conference. They say, oh, join us to grab some dinner sometime. Like, okay, that's a good idea. We grab a dinner, and they say, can I kiss you at the end of the date?
Yes.
And I did not know dinner meant a date in America.
Now here's a question. Have you ever gone on a few dates with a guy and he didn't kiss you and then you started to get angry and you had to become the empowered woman that you are and you had to go get that?
No, luckily, this was my first guy from the person that I met on Bumble.
Oh, really?
Yeah. So, and then other times when I was on app, they were like, is this really Yeonmi Park? She's married. You got to be like lying. You cannot do that. I was like, yeah, I got divorced, but Wikipedia, I think, didn't update it as fast as they could. So people thought I was like faking it.
Right.
So they were like, you cannot do that. You cannot lie about your identity.
They don't believe you for ever anything.
They
Huh?
don't believe people at all here.
Okay, so you go on a date with your fiance.
Yeah, new partner,
Where does
yeah.
he take you for the date?
We went to. I wasn't robbed.
Oh, she talks about the Chicago robbery story. American food that puts Yeonmi off. Yeonmi's dating history: whites, Persians, but no Koreans. Jews love Asians. Yeonmi abroad is dangerous plus guns. Guards against being used. People People scared of China. Yeah, of course. I heard she's saying. I've heard her. Okay, let's hear about her. Let's hear about her experience being robbed by a black woman in Chicago, and then after that, we'll skip and we'll move away.
You did say they all look the same to you, so maybe you just got the wrong person.
I mean, this lady punched me. Like, I had a video of her.
You only
Like,
look, you just.
They would
to
say
me. And every lives matter. I hope you don't mind saying that. But like, I don't know. So sorry.
You got the pen.
Yeah, but
Yeah, North Korean lives matter. You know what I mean? She's talking about all lives.
but they say that you don't know oppression because
Bro, she's so woke. She apologized to the black dude to say after saying all lives matter.
you're a white passing person.
To your kid, they would
To
say
me.
that. Oh, to you.
Yeah, they say I
don't think
know.
you're white passing, I
Yeah.
gotta be honest.
Yeah.
Right, that's why people keep adding shading and bronzes and to make me look more tan, actually. Sorry, like, darker is better. And look at you, I'm like, seriously. I was robbed 2 years ago in Chicago during the like BLM protest. I got robbed by several black women. And there, as you can see, I'm like,
I got robbed by several black women. What the fuck? It was a gang.
below 80 pounds. I'm much smaller than this girl.
Yeah. Now.
I was still very small. They punched me. They took my wallet out of me.
Whoa.
In front of my son. And then I was trying to call police on them. Obviously, anybody do when they get robbed.
Yeah.
People on the street circle me and then screaming at me that I'm a racist. Because I'm gonna call a cop on these thieves.
You did say they all look the same to you, so maybe you just got the wrong person.
I mean, this lady punched me. Like, I had a video of her.
You're only
like,
looking out of one eye at that point.
on my chest, my heavy.
That's what.
I went through a lot. Seriously.
Oh, maybe they're swollen still.
Exactly. She hasn't gone down yet.
See, even she wanted them too. That's the thing. That is the thing. That is. Are we victim blaming? We might be victim blaming.
Yeah.
That's really what it is. Okay, so those black women were trying to steal your heavies.
They did. I mean, they punched it and they took my wallet away.
Oh,
and
they
then
took your wallet.
spent like 15 grand on the blooming there. And then the police got the video footage of them using my credit card, so we caught it. So I was doing a go with the prosecution, like, obviously.
Yeah.
Like, I felt bad for her, but it was almost like, you cannot commit a crime.
Yeah, why would you feel bad for the person who's just
Also,
punching
15
you?
grand at Bloomingdale's is not food.
Yeah.
But then she actually had 15 charges already.
Oh, wow.
And then people are saying there is like a revenge crime is a huge thing in Chicago. They just come back out of prison and shoot you.
Oh, wow.
Figures like, oh my God, I cannot be in Chicago. I'm so known already. They take crime verification.
So you had to move.
Yeah. She's like, in Chicago, crime is legal. Everyone goes, wow. This video is awesome, dude. She literally said, in Chicago, they let you do it. Crime, that is. And everyone went, wow, in unison.
Yeah.
Immediately. And then you moved
And while
to.
she was in prison, we got here.
And while she was in prison,
Yeah, she I
you
think
came to
had
New
a
York.
year and a half on her. Because my charge was not even a thing. She had way more crazy stuff she did. So they dropped all my charges and just gave her one sentence. That was like a year and a half.
Wow.
Prison.
Now, we got crazy people in New York, too.
I know. It's
America's
insane.
kind of wild, right?
Chicago and New York is wild.
Yeah.
The SF, LA, like Seattle, the big left like cities is very wild.
You think they're more wild? But what
I
about
mean,
down south? It's also kind of crazy
She's
down south.
I was studying Bible in South, I remember. I mean, I was just in Texas, just like yesterday.
Florida is kind of crazy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't
For
know.
like the most crazy American stories, they usually come from Florida.
Really? Oh.
Yeah.
Yeah, the best stories.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I'm
Mark
from
is
Florida.
from Florida.
Oh.
Yeah, it's like the North
watch out for
Korea.
this
It's
dude.
the North Korea of America in
is.
a lot of ways. Yeah, it's
In a lot of ways,
a
yeah.
lot of very dangerous.
Yeah.
Really?
No, I mean basically like there's just a lot of headlines that'll come out of Florida where it's like Florida man does crazy thing, kills an alligator with his teeth, and then it'll make the headlines and everyone looks at Florida and says that we're all stupid even though we're not.
You guys are the free state right now. I mean, I want to move to Florida.
Thank
That's
you.
my dream state.
Thank you.
Oh, really?
Is it really?
Yeah, I cannot move because of the custody issue.
Because the what?
My ex does not want to move.
Oh, the custody.
We have 50-50 shared custody,
That doesn't feel very free. That feels restricted.
No, I mean...
What do we do?
Exactly.
I think your
What did we
child,
do?
your son is a socialist.
A
That's the issue.
Yeah.
Your son's a communist.
Does it make you understand dictators a little bit when you have a situation like this? Like now, you know what I'm saying? Now you have the rule
What
of
would you say is the potential for actual harm she might cause? I mean, it's literally negligible. Because everybody lies about North Korea. The entire media apparatus lies about North Korea. And ultimately, what more harm can you do to North Korea that America hasn't done already? That America doesn't continue to do to North Korea? Do you see what I'm saying? Like what are we going to do? Fucking starve them? Oh, wait, we do that already. You know what I mean? It's like she's just on a long line of like many grifters that greatly embellish their stories about how fucking devastating the realities are. Like, she's just one individual that is like a drop in the bucket. You know what I mean? All she's doing, and she's actually a little bit smarter than other people because, like, she immediately, like, there's a big market for people that say, like, North Korea is horrifying, right? And there are plenty of very real, harrowing realities from North Korea, obviously, right? So there's truth to it as well. But you get bored after a while of hearing the same shit. So what she does instead that I think is like pretty smart is she'll turn around and basically say like, and America is just like North Korea because of liberals. You know what I mean? And that's like her thing. 2015, but still pretty relevant. Yeah, I mean, this is what it is. When North Koreans go to South, some go professional. Yeah, they can't get jobs. Like, there are a lot of people who just can't get fucking jobs because they're defectors and they get shit on, they get owned. And you know, living conditions in South Korea aren't exactly great, especially if you can't find fucking a job. So you just have to lie, or you will go into like the North Korean defector job, basically. That's it. It's like perfectly understandable that they do that. North Korean defector says she's terrified of her son's socialist indoctrination in U.S. public schools. Yeah, like that's her job. Don't mean this in an offensive way, just curious, but if you're socialist, why don't you run hourly ad breaks and insist subs? Why do you run hourly ad breaks and insist subs to avoid them? Because I like money. I'm a liar. I'm actually a capitalist. Just curious. I love capitalism. I'm bored of this. But yeah, I mean, there has been plenty of instances where like, defectors have openly admitted that they like lied about stories and stuff like that. I'm bored. I'm done.